What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking down the burst mode for the Super Saiyan GT Vegeta here. So we've already gotten our 2,000 point clear with the youth category. We are going to be coming back in here to get a 6,000 point clear again, but this time we'll be using the Gifted Warriors category. And actually, I didn't even realize it, but yeah, this category is kind of fun. There's a lot of good stuff here. So quickly we'll go through our sliders and show you the build that we've put together. So we are just using int and physical characters. The team cost is that one that hurts a little bit. You know, it's obviously, unless we're using like a full free-to-play build or whatever, you're not able to really get that lower team cost, but that's totally fine. We will have the AGL damage reduction activated here. We'll leave the int and fizz alone since those are the characters we're going to be using. We skipped out on a lot of these stat buffs and crazy things in here. We just didn't need them in order to earn the 6,000 points. We've got the lowest sliders for the attack, defense, and HP activated here. Skipped out on the challenge sliders. We've got the damage threshold up there, the type disadvantage orb selection, and then we have added the key -1 here, as well as no support items or support memories. And then that gets us over the 6,000. It is just a little bit lower than our previous run, so it's not like we're going to be getting a new score here or anything, but I do intend to try and come back in to get like a 7,000 point clear anyway, so no big deal. Okay, and then the team build that we're going with this time is going to be... Hello? Oh my goodness. This one right here. So, yeah, quite a nutty build. Basically, almost a full Vegeta's family category build, but then... you know, with the smaller subset of, like, Majin Buu Saga here. But yeah, it's pretty exciting that we can actually use the Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta as our friend lead. I don't have him, so you would be able to use him as a lead because he is the Gifted Warriors category leader. But he'll work at least for our friend lead here, because then he will be on Vegeta's family, which he's, you know, covered by our leader here. And then, yeah, for the most part... well, I guess every unit on the team is going to be on our 200% lead, and then I guess just, like... 2 of the units are on this. Yeah, or 3, because if you count the friend lead himself, then he'd be on this 200%. But yeah, based on how easy it was for us to clear it with the last team, we were only on like a 170 lead anyway. It wasn't that difficult for us with the like Path to Power Kid Goku build, so I can imagine we're not going to struggle too hard here. Okay, the key kind of sucks right off the bat. Shoot, how do we want to do this? I guess we'll go for the 5. Get rid of one of those big numbers so we can hopefully get some small ones in place, yeah. We want to try and get as much key as possible here. I'm just going to shoot for the 5, I guess, right here. The question mark spots usually give you a lot more key, so it's good to prioritize getting those. Okay, alright, that'll work. A couple extra key placements for people isn't bad. And I do like that Majin Vegeta got a couple, because he usually struggles for key pretty hard, so... that is nice. But I guess not alongside Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. And we know we want to have him in slot 1, so we're just going to keep him as a de facto slot 1 unit. And then I've got the Xeno Super Saiyan Vegeta here, who's going to be a very nice Vegeta family support. Let's see how many more links they have. It's only the 1. Maybe I could just keep him on rotation with him so that they're like supporting each other. Sure. I guess, why not? There's no real reason why not, right? This first phase is going down immediately. And I did purposely not get a super attack with him, because he's going to get guaranteed additional supers and stuff anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. And like I said, this first phase is going to go down so quickly that I would rather prioritize those orbs for the Majin Vegeta. Maybe he'll do an attack at the butt end there if need be, right? But it's probably not even going to be necessary. We'll see, we'll see. Oh, yeah, we are just kicking this stage's butt, and then this normal should... oh, okay, actually, well, the additional super was necessary then. Well, I guess that's better than nothing, because the additional super is going to provide him some attack and defense support, right? Or build up, rather, because he will be stacking throughout the event, so... okay, so I think we'll probably just keep these two together. Yeah, we'll go for the GT Super Saiyan... and then, yeah, that'll probably work. That'll probably work. Again, our links aren't going to be insane because we've got, like, units from all over the series. That is kind of one of the things you suffer, but because we've got a lot of Vegeta cards here, that's going to be helping us out quite a bit. They will have a lot of those typical Vegeta links that we're used to seeing, things like Royal Lineage and things like that, right? Okay, well, yeah, it looks like this stage is just going to go down like cheese, which we pretty much assumed that was going to happen because of the way our last run went, and this is actually an even stronger team build than the last one that we built. Yeah, and previously I was thinking of using, like, the youth category team and then coming in with, like, the AGL Kid Goku as our leader, and doing either, like, AGL and Fizz or AGL and Int, to be able to take down, like, a 7,000 point clear or something. But I think, like, honestly, it might even be a better idea to do a team like this, because this team looks very, very powerful, right? So yeah, could be something to consider. We'll have to try out some different team builds when we come back and do the challenging version of this. I'm probably not going to bother with that until after the World Tournament, though. Though I do have to check when this burst mode disappears, because as long as this burst mode is going to be up until after the World Tournament is over, then I probably won't bother doing this until later, because as of the time of recording this video, the World Tournament is going to start in 4 hours, so I have a lot of other videos I want to record until then. I'm probably not going to worry about you know, wasting my time with additional burst mode runs and stuff, just because that is something that does take a couple hours to record. Usually it's a lot of trial and error, you know, a lot of failure before the success of getting like a maxed out clear in these burst modes. But I do definitely want to do it because we are quite deficient on the burst points that, you know, you use to select all of the tracks. Just because they do release 2 new, like, Dokkan Fest tracks every time that cost 3,000 each, so if you get your 6,000 point clear, then you're going to have enough points to buy those ones. But then they also add 1 additional track that costs 1,000. That's just like a generic Dokkan Battle OST for, like, one of the battle screens or something. And, yeah, so if you're not getting 7,000 point clears each time, then you're going to be deficient on, you know, and be behind and not be able to buy all of the tracks. So I am trying to catch up with that eventually, but obviously in order to catch up from where we're behind, we would have to get over 7,000 point clears, and we already took a look at the end of the last video. I clicked all the sliders to max them out, and like the theoretical max is barely above 7,000, so even if you were able to achieve that, which is going to be next to impossible to do, then, you know, you still are barely getting anything above 7,000, so that is a bit of a feels bad, unfortunately. But oof, oh, I wasn't paying attention with the orb selection there. I probably shouldn't have selected those type disadvantage orbs, but it's fine. I'm sure we're still going to double-digit tank this. We were double-digit tanking with a 0% friend lead last time. We had to use one of those special friends for the Path to Power Kid Goku on our last run with the youth team, and we were still tanking slot 1 supers for double digits, so I'm not too surprised that we did here as well. Yeah, it looks like each of these phases is easily taking us only 1 turn, right? These Dokkan Fest burst modes seem to not compare even close to, like, the Red Zone burst modes, right? Those ones seem to be a lot tougher to get through, so that is kind of the saving grace that we've got at this point. But yeah, I really am kicking myself for the basically, like, for like an entire year or so, I was only getting my 6,000 point clears with the burst mode, and then I would just move on. And I really should have been trying my hardest to get those 7,000 point clears, because now we're so deficient. There's like a lot of tracks that we're missing, which really is just kind of a big bummer, right? I guess we can show that off, since at the end of the last one, we were playing around with the sliders to see, you know, do some theoretical math work about the possible maximum clear. I guess for this one, what we can do is we can just go look at the tracks and see where we're at with our points and stuff. So yeah, we'll go head over here to the profile, and then the burst tracks. Here we go. So right now I have 77. Okay. So the first ones I have to buy are from the last burst mode, right? So yeah, obviously these are going to be 7,000 each. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah, and then we have the ones from this time. We're obviously not going to buy these until the end of this burst mode when we get our 6,000 points. But then hopefully we're getting like 7,000 points, right? Because then there's also this one with all the generic tracks. We have quite a few in here. Every single one of these costs 1,000, and we don't have any of them yet. So yeah, there's a lot of them that we're going to need to get. So I guess we'll just buy the next one since we have the points for it. And then, yeah, you can see with these extra points here, we are getting, like, some more each time. But they keep adding a new one each time, because this one added in, too. And, yep, it's another 1,000-point track. So, yeah, oh my goodness. If we're ever going to catch up on these, then we're going to need to see some burst modes where we can actually easily or handedly get over 7,000 points, right? Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's the hat for now. Okay, yeah, I guess that's gonna go ahead and finish it up for this burst mode video. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck with your 6,000 point clears. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below. And that is gonna do it for this one. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.